and welcome to the third case of the first game. I know that I was lucky when I got the German version of the Sailor Moon anime, but I think even the DIC Sailor Moon anime had better lines than this. Dark Messenger makes me think that the villain survives. That rocked! See you in hell, evil magistrat! Stop waving that broom around! Oh, Nick! I didn't know you were here. Of course I'm here. This is my office now, after all. What was that surreal show you were watching? Nick, you mean you don't know the Steel Samurai? He's only the most popular TV hero for young people. Young? Like, how young? 10-year-olds? Then what the heck are you doing getting all excited? Hey, I'm only 17. That's 17. See, I'm a teen. Not like you, Nick. A teen is not a 10-year-old. One E too many, Maya. Don't talk to me like I'm your grandpa or something. I'm only 24 myself. Then watch it with me. He's really cool. And it's really popular. When they ask grade school kids what they wanted to be, Steel Samurai is #1. Why the hell was anybody asking grade schools for any legit answer? I really worry about kids these days. Gramps! Well, the Steel Samurai's over. I guess it's time to close up the office. I guess. Wish we had some clients. A month has passed since my trial. Mia's murder was the talk of the town for some time. But no one paid any attention to the Wright & Co. law offices. I don't think I would be very comfortable going to a lawyer who was under suspicion of murder himself, even if he was acquitted. Just ask Edgeworth for a little, spending money. But ask nicely. I'm sure some big client is just around the corner. Epic foreshadowing. Hello? This is Phoenix. Nick! Maya, what? It's still early. It's the Steel Samurai! The Steel Samurai got arrested! You mean the guy on that show? Yes! They're saying that the Steel Samurai killed a villain! Isn't that what he's supposed to do? Yeah, on TV! Yeah, on TV. No, I mean he actually did it in real life! He skewered a villain with his samurai spear! I have no idea what you're talking about. Just come to the office quick, please, Nick! Maya's here, watching TV. Why do you have a TV in your office? Now for the morning news. The actor Will Powers was arrested yesterday. Powers plays the lead role in the popular kids show The Steel Samurai, Warrior of Neo-Old Tokyo. Shouldn't it be kids apostrophe? Cause it's for more than one kid? Just asking. I mean, if it is wrong, then they're at least consistent. They do have the kid apostrophe S. The victim was Jack Hammer, who plays the villain known as the Evil Magistrat. His body was found still inside the Evil Magistrat costume. The samurai spear was also found stuck through the body. Police believes this was the murder weapon, and are investigating further. This has to be a joke. No, it's a nightmare. The Steel Samurai is over! The world is over! Yes, right in Kola offices. What? Nick? It's the Steel Samurai! What? Yes, of course. We'll be right there. Let's go, Nick! Go where? They have the Steel Samurai down in detention. So? So I've decided this will be our first case. Sure. Mia's favorite potted plant. Maya has been watering it so much lately it looks a little swollen. She's either trying to make it grow or perfecting her water torture technique. Insert water-bending joke. Basically, this is the standard scene that you will see in your office, unless plot happens in here, where they basically tell you what you have to do next. I will try to ignore it as much as possible. By the way, I hope I got the lag issue finally resolved. What's wrong, Maya? It's him! In the flesh! Is that guy really him? What do you mean, that guy? Of course it's him! Well, Powers, our client. That's him. Maybe I shouldn't be saying this. But he definitely did it. Murder. At least once. Maybe twice. Whoa, 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 whoa. What are you saying? Yes! Something wrong? No, no. This is getting off to a great start. I know. You're disappointed, aren't you? Disappointed? Oh no. No, it's okay. This is the real me. When I got the part of the Steel Samurai with that mask, I decided I would never show my face in public until the job was over. It's the kids, you know. I didn't want to wreck their dreams. Dude, you're a bear. In the gay slang term and in overall appearance and build. Kids wouldn't be frightened by you, they'd think you're awesome! You look like you could squish a telephone post with your bare arms! Yes, that was a pun. So much for dreams. I wonder what they think of the Steel Samurai now. The Steel Samurai killed the evil Magistrat. They are amazed, Guy! They think it's awesome! Nick? What? He's a good guy. I mean, he's good. Yeah? He didn't do it. Here. I see. Let me guess. This guy wasn't a top student in improv class. So here we have Maya, Edgeworth, Gumshoe, and our guy. He's 23? Huh. Must be the sideburns. Maybe you could start by telling us what happened. Yes, of course. It seems like it was only yesterday. Actually, it was only yesterday. Hehehe. The cast had come down to Global Studios for a run-through. We went through a few action sequences at 10 that morning. There was a rehearsal scheduled for 5 in the afternoon. But when 5 came around and the staff gathered at the studio, the evil Magistrat was found lying in a crumpled heap near the set. I was gonna say the stab wound in the chest looks really plastic, but I'm guessing the Magistrat costume has the muscles on it, maybe. He had been expertly skewered with the samurai spear. The samurai spear? Yes, it's a long spear that the steel samurai uses as a weapon. Maybe you could explain to me just what the steel samurai is. Nick! How could you say such a thing? I'm sorry, sir. I apologize for my partner. He's new to this and a bit out of touch with the world. Who's new to this? Damn right, woman, go back into the kitchen. I know more about law than you do, and I didn't get my position of getting a training there. The Steel Samurai is the lead character in a popular kids show. I told you if it's wrong, then they're at least consistently wrong with kids show. He walks the streets of Neo-Old Tokyo, fighting battle after battle against the evil Magistrat and his minions. Of course, he never really defeats the evil Magistrat. Although, I guess he did defeat him this time. I see. Neo-Old Tokyo? Who comes up with these names? You're named after a city in the USA and a really weird writing of the name Wright, which causes me to misspell right as in writing whenever I try to. It's really annoying. Now, where were you on the day of the murder? Well, that morning I came to studios at 9. The studios? We worked through some action scenes until noon. Rehearsal was to begin at 5, but I was a little tired. So after lunch, I took a nap in my dressing room. When I woke up, it was after 5. I was late for the rehearsal. I hurried to the studio and found everyone looking shocked. They arrested me on the spot and brought me here. So he was sleeping the entire afternoon of the murder? Some action hero. What will the kids think? I think I should probably check out the scene of the murder. Right, Global Studios. I'll draw you a map. Wow, Nick, let's go! I'm willing to bet $10 she asks for autographs. I have a question. He is a lead actor, and he's under suspicion of murder, and yet everybody says, well, nobody says, but he isn't given a top-notch lawyer. Global Studios isn't trying to somehow help him. Just saying. Instead he gets this one guy who only has 2 cases under the belt. Wow, so this is where they make the Steel Samurai show! Awesome! Aren't you excited? Meet one of the more annoying characters in the game. I've been wondering what sort of voice I should give her, since she is supposedly an old lady. But she does like to rant at times, and I don't want to rant in a voice that hurts a lot. But I might give it a try. We're, lawyers. Oh yeah? Well, that's great. I'm security. And it's my job to make sure that gawkers like you stay out. Gawkers? Gawkers, sightseers, tourists! I would say the word tourists with absolute despise as well. I know the type. You heard about the incident and came to snoop around. Use today. Something horrible happens while you think of sightseeing, wasting your time in a place. Don't you have to stop? Oh, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up! Are you done? Shut up! Oh god, she's done. Thank you. Nick, will I grow up to be like her? Please say no. I don't know. It's possible. Do I look like I care what you're gonna grow up like? I'm not your mom. Listen when you're being talked to. Youth today. I have a badge, I have authority. No! And she is listed as security lady. Her name turns out to be Wendy Oldbag. The pun is Wendy Old Bag. We don't know her name, but given her hairdo, it's possible that she's 30. So what do you do here at the studios? I'm guessing security. Just a guess. At Global Studios, we make children's dreams come true. In fact, in my younger days... No! You were a star? Only a little twinkle between the stars here, I'm afraid, dearie. Wow. This place has really gone downhill, you know. But 10 years ago, now that was a studio of dreams. Hammer was a big star back then too, he was. Hammer? The victim, dummy! The evil magistrat. He's been reduced to playing villains now. Not exactly the best material to work with. I overall prefer villains over heroes, as long as you don't randomly, out of nowhere, have the villain be sympathetic. Otherwise, they're kinda cool. Can you tell me about Mr. Will Powers? He's not a bad kid, but don't be fooled by his mask. You wouldn't want him on the silver screen without it, believe me. Little old ladies watching would lose their lunch. What old lady would watch children's programs these days? That's probably why he thought that the Steel Samurai was his big chance. No one thought he was capable of doing what he did to poor Jack Hammer. Hey, at least we know the security lady's standing, so we know what she's gonna say in court. Powers? Of course he's guilty. How do I know? I know everything. That's my job. Security isn't supposed to know everything. What kind of person was Jack Hammer? What kind of person? Oh, if only you knew. Jack Hammer will live on in many hearts as the ultimate action hero. He was simply dashing in the Dynamite Samurai series. He looks... okay. Kind of 80s-ish. Should I have heard of that? No, Phoenix, it's okay. It's been like 5 years ago or something, so nobody remembers it. But there was an accident during filming 5 years ago. Told you. He got an unlucky break after that. Reduced to playing the villain on a children's program. What's more, I heard they were paying him peanuts. It's enough to make you cry. Yeah, I'm crying. Somebody who's not getting any money would rather be paid in peanuts than not at all. Why are you so certain Mr. Powers is the killer? I was standing right here yesterday, I was. I was here from 1 in the afternoon to 5 when they found the body. Now the studio where the murder took place is to the left here. So if you want to go to the studio, you have to pass by me. Only one person went by here between 1 and 2:30 when the murder took place. And that person was Mr. Powers? Yes, I saw him. But Mr. Powers says he was sleeping in his dressing room. Oh, I'm sure he would say that. He's no fool. But he was the only one that walked by. He's the killer, you can bet your biscuits on it. Isn't it about time for you to be heading home? There's nothing to see here, move along. Actually, we're here at Mr. Powers' request. I thought you were suspicious looking. Show me a letter of request. And maybe I'll just let you in. This lady here thinks she owns this place, obviously. And back we go. Hello, how was the studio? They all think I did it, don't they? Well, the security lady is everybody, yes. No, not at all. Isn't that right, Nick? Right, not at all. At worst, you're a suspect. Mr. Powers, you aren't hiding anything from me, are you? What? No, I'd never do that. just now you said that you were sleeping in your dressing room after lunch. He said it a while ago, but sure. Yes, like a baby. But the security lady said she saw you that day. She said she saw you heading towards the scene of the crime. What? That's not possible. I really don't know what to say. I was sleeping, I promise. Mr. Powers, if you want me to help you have to tell me the truth. I'm new to this lawyer business and I need every advantage I can get. I do not think you should tell your client that you're not very confident in yourself without any advantages. I know, I'm sorry. But I swear to you on my mama's grave, I was sleeping. Maybe the security lady only thought she saw me. What did she see? He doesn't seem to be lying. About the security guard at the main gate to the studio. Oh, the security lady? She's terrible. She called me suspicious looking. Yes, actually, she said the same thing to me before. Take off that mask, were her words, I believe. She sucks up to all the bigwigs at the studio. But let her see you stumble once and she'll never let up on you. Oh, she's got some nerve. Do you think you could write up a letter formally requesting my representation? Phoenix, you're a lawyer. You should know that written consent and representation and everything. Written is better than verbal. I know that written is better than verbal because you have more than just a verbal promise. Written is, something you can really present. Something more substantial. I just hope this will get me past that security lady. If it doesn't, this will be a very short case. Take it! Have a look at this. It's a letter of request from Mr. Powers. Yes, I recognize the bold, childish scrawl. To think he would entrust his fate to youths of such unreliable appearance. Really? Really? Anyway, you may pass. But only left from here towards the studios. No going to the right. That's the employee area. No one allowed inside, pal, were my instructions. That sounds familiar. The good detective told me himself. Hey, Nick! Huh? There were maps in the security guard station. Considering we are standing up there at the main gate, the employee area would actually be to our left and the studios to our right. Not the other way around. Those are 50 cents a piece, thank you. Well, time to go, Nick. 50 cents! I'm not gonna make a rap joke. Hey! Aren't you that murderer from the other day? It's that confused detective! Hey pal, you know Prosecutor Edgeworth is all upset and it's your fault. I saw him 17 staring gloomily out the window. That's quite some way to show your anger. So? Hey! If he's depressed, it's all your fault for doing sloppy detective work. Maya, that was way beneath the belt. Detective? I think you hurt his feelings. Oh, I'm sorry. I think his feelings are easily hurt. You're right, pal. It's all my fault. I can blame other people all I want, but I know the truth in my heart. Hey, don't take it so hard. There's always the next case. You mean, well, this one. I suppose you're right. Hey, what exactly are you two doing here? Well, We're on this case too, pal. Hey, you can't just go saying pal like that. That's my endearing character trait. I'd say he's a character, alright. Would you look at that? A statue with its head missing. The studio mascot. I guess it's a monkey of some kind. Well, it has a tail, so yes, it is a monkey. Good job, Phoenix. But what kind of monkey has a nose like that? He's holding a sign in his hand. Well, yes, one of them. Right to Studio 1, left to Studio 2. What's up with that thing? It looks kind of busted. Oh, the wind was pretty strong yesterday, and the head broke off. That must have been made out of pretty bad material if the wind knocked it off. Took that tree down with it too. Hey, there's a camera there. Not the cameras! That's the security camera. Takes photos of people going to the studio. All you have to do is look at the data and you can see who went where. There's a number plate on the camera. ST1307. That must be the camera ID number. Detective, see this? This is my attorney's badge. Uh-huh. Don't you think it's a little sad when you have to explain what your badge means, pal? Real men show their PD badge, and that's that! I'll admit the design of my badge leaves a lot to be desired. Well, it kind of looks like a sphincter. Maybe it should just be a big L for lawyer? You should have a big M for moron. I'm not so sure about that. Any ideas about this? Look, I don't got time to look at every little trinket you got, okay, pal? Be glad I don't have 10 pieces of evidence to shove in your face. So, how is your investigation going, detective? Well, it's... Hey, I can't tell you that, pal. Nick, maybe you need to be a little more indirect with your questions. You can be direct and he'd still answer them. What I got? The autopsy report, the latest version, if you please. Right. Sorry about what happened last time, pal. It's just... Edgeworth asked me for it. Time of death 10:15 at 2:30 p.m. Pierced through the chest by a spear. Got it. Why was Mr. Powers arrested? Simple, pal. The murder took place right over there in Studio 1. Now, the victim entered Studio 1 at approximately 1 p.m. At that time, there was no one other than the victim in the studio. According to the autopsy report, time of death was 2:30. Only one person went to the studio between 1 and 2:30. And that person was none other than Will Powers. No one else, pal! If you think I'm lying, ask the security lady at the main gate. Nick, if that's true, anyone would think that Powers did it with that kind of evidence. Thanks for cheering me up. About the security lady... Oh, that sweet old lady. What a charmer. Are we talking about the same person? When I showed her my badge, she gave me a donut and some coffee. Remember what Powers said? She's a sucker for authority. If she's like that towards Gumshoe, who's a detective, but doesn't really give off the authority of it, wonder how she'd react to Edgeworth. Scary. She even gave me a piece of valuable evidence. What? What kind of evidence? Well, Photo. The photo of the Steel Samurai heading towards the scene of the crime. Note: Detective Gumshoe says Steel Samurai. Security lady said Will Powers. It'll be important later on. Who took that? See the camera up on that gate, pal? The gate? You mean the one with the welcome sign? No, the one on the other side of the world. Yeah, whenever someone walks by, that camera automatically snaps a photo of them. By the end of this case, there will be at least a good 6 dozen of them, a phoenix walking about, and just Gumshoe standing around scratching his ass. Nick, he has evidence! We're finished! Funny, for someone with hard proof, he doesn't look too happy. Not everybody likes Oh, that's what you said, Phoenix, yeah. What's wrong, pal? You seem down. Don't look so happy when you say that. Ha 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 ha. We'd like to ask the employees here some questions. Sure thing, pal. So now we are allowed to have our lawyerly ways with the witnesses? Go wherever you like. Of course, you're not going to find any clues I haven't already found. Ha ha ha! I'm glad someone around here seems to be enjoying themselves. Nick, let's go! We've got a free pass to the place. Now's our chance to check things out. But we can only go to the main gate? That security lady is in the guard station, stuffing her face with donuts. I guess all cops like their donuts. Yeah, and they're soft enough she doesn't need to chew them. Hey, you! Well, are you satisfied Powers is guilty yet? Ugh! She had to make my life harder by giving that photo to Detective Gumshoe. I thought you'd have something to say about Hammer's autopsy report. 1 second, I need to drink something. Why didn't you tell us about the security photo, ma'am? Oh, that? I just thought it would be more thrilling to talk with the detective himself. These things are important, you know. Just to the left from here is the gate with the camera that took that photo. It's my job to check the photos every day, you see. About the security camera. Oh yes, the camera. It's automatic. It can tell when someone walks through that gate, see? Then it snaps a photo. Apparently, it records the time when it takes a picture too. But I don't bother myself with those details. I just view all the photos on the computer over in the security guard station. I check them every day before going home, I do. This guard station is in a central position. No matter where you go here, you pass by my station first. Now, poor Hammer, he went to the studio just before 1. The murder happened right around 2:30, see? The only one I seen go through here between 1 and 2:30 was Powers himself. The security camera got a good look at him, too. If he's not the one that did it, I don't know who is. Maybe it was you? Yeah! Good one, Sonny. She thinks I was joking. Was the victim, Mr. Hammer, a popular actor? Oh, he was the biggest star in the studio. Was? Past tense? Well, Phoenix, he is dead. Oh, yes, he was great as the bearded samurai. That too, yes. He shone the brightest back in the day, making a star that can play the evil magistrate. It's a disgrace, I tell you. Hammer took it pretty hard, and who can blame him? I know that I have to check out the camera, but not while she's here. So I can go to the employee area where I have been forbidden to go, but I can only go outside of Studio 1 where I am allowed to go. This game doesn't make any sense. Something some people haven't noticed. The employee area is an outside area. It took me a while to figure it out as well. This is where they do all the behind-the-scenes stuff. Hey look! There's Powers' dressing room! No one's here this soon after the murder, I guess. Let's take a look around. The metal grate on the drain here has been taken off. That's a pretty big drain. A kid could fit through there, I bet. Yeah, if you snuck in that way, you wouldn't have to pay the gate. Hint. Well, if you want to leave that way, be my guest. Right. I'm not a kid. The remains of yesterday's lunch are scattered around. Everyone was probably too shocked to clean up. There's a T-bone on one of the plates, minus the steak. T-bone steak. That would have hit the spot. I guess so. I'm a vegetarian, I wouldn't know. You just had to have a burger. Yeah, but I have a second stomach just for steaks. The second stomach is for dessert, not steaks. What? I keep confusing the buttons on the shoulders. Cola, candy, chips, gum. It's so normal. I was expecting some cool theme snacks or something. Popcorn, at least. I have never seen a vending machine handing out popcorn. Oh, wait, look! Samurai soda! Nick, try this! Ladies first. The door to the dressing room. It's not locked. Hey, Nick, let's take a look inside. Maybe we can find something as a souvenir? What do you mean, find? You never know, there might be something like the samurai spear. We don't need a spear. Somebody's feeling inadequate. Powers' dressing room. So this is where he was sleeping? Or at least this is where he claims he was sleeping. Good, I don't have to correct him on that. Right, and there's a picture of him in the crime scene. As we will learn, no. I hope he's telling the truth. For his sake. Looks like someone was sleeping here. Maybe Powers did take a nap here yesterday. There's a vast array of cosmetics here. Ooh! This is the wig he used in Samurai Bookie Wookie! Nick, try this on! No. And how can you tell the name of a show just by looking at a wig? I kinda like samurai movies. Kinda. There's a bunch of snacks on the table. They must give these to the employees. Some tea and cookies. Nick, I'm hungry. You just had a burger. Yeah, but I have a separate stomach for sweets. I feel like I'm in a déjà vu. This must be Powers' bag. Hey, don't open that. Look! An employee card key. Must be Powers'. It says Studio 1. Let's take it, Nick. Borrow it. You mean borrow. No, borrowing implies that you asked. too much clicking just to get to one area. Gah. Hey, detective! Take a look at this! What's that? Whoa, 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 whoa. Don't show him that. He'll confiscate it. Aww, I just wanted to show it off. Isn't that a studio card key? You better watch it! The scene of a murder is no place for sightseeing. I'll be taking that. Hand it over. Wait, no! It's mine. I don't have a card key to the studio, see? I want to go pay my respects to Jack Hammer where he died. Well, you'll just have to wait. Is there something I missed here? There's a half-finished backdrop for a stage here. Looks like a castle. Probably Neo-Old Tokyo Castle. There's some regular suits and among the costumes here. Those must be his own clothes. It'd be fun to wear one of the costumes. Yes, Phoenix, I was about to say that. Do I have to try to take the photo from the computer? No touching! They probably use it to carry around film equipment. You know, this fence doesn't seem very high. There was a big scene here yesterday with onlookers pressing up against the gate. How can you tell? Apparently they have Mr. Powers in questioning. Right. Look, pal, that camera takes a picture automatically whenever someone walks by. And it took a picture of Will Powers. I have to ask him about that photograph. Oh well, let's try again later. I would like to go into Studio 1. Why can't I? The entrance to Studio 1. This is the studio where they found Jack Hammer's body. Let's go in and check it out, Nick. I wonder if the card key we borrowed from the dressing room will work. It opened! I can't believe I had to do that to get in there. I mean... the card key says that it grants entry into Studio 1. Oh well. What is it? You're really quiet all of a sudden. Doesn't it give you the shivers, Nick? That white tape, it's so real. Well, the evil Magistrat did die here. And the Steel Samurai killed him. The murder weapon was a samurai spear. Sounds pretty real to me. They outlined where Jack Hammer's body lay with tape. His body was found still inside the evil Magistrat costume. I guess that's why the head part looks like a helmet. But we learned in the still picture that the mask was taken off. Look! A ladder! That's a step ladder. So? What's the difference? You need to stop judging things based on narrow-minded cultural assumptions, Nick. Right, sorry. This girl is out there. That just now was one of the running gags. Somebody says, hey look, a ladder, or they say a step ladder, and the other says it's the opposite. And nobody seems to be able to tell you the difference. That over there is a ladder. A step ladder has two ladder pieces. Difference between them is ladder has to be, leaned against a stable surface like a wall. A stepladder can be put wherever because it can stabilize and hold its own balance. It's a really annoying, running gag because it gets old really fast. Hey look! That's the chair the director sits in! I've always wanted to sit in one of these. Hey Nick, take a look at that. One of those black and white boards they clap at the start of filming. And look, a megaphone! A real-life megaphone! Ready, Nick? Action! This girl is more troubled than I thought. Wow! Look at that camera! That must cost a ton! Yeah, so don't touch it. Whoa! It's heavier than I thought! Hey, no touching that! Oh, sorry, my partner's kind of, How do I call her retarded spaz without calling her retarded spaz? You know? No, I don't know! Who are you? Who, me? I'm an assistant here. I help with props and stuff, moving them around, ordering new ones, etc. We are lawyers representing Mr. Will Powers. Oh, you're WP's people. WP? Oh, Will Powers. WP. I get it. I don't envy you guys one bit. But do what you can for WP, okay? He'd never hurt a fly. He has to be innocent. Don't worry. Leave it to us. Penny Nichols. Her pun is penny and nickels. If I see an O, I pronounce her Nichols. Hence why it always took me so long to finally figure out her, pun name. Any thoughts about this? Sorry, I don't really want to think too much about what happened just yet. Just because you don't want to think about it. Could you tell me anything about the day of the murder? Yes, I was in the studio the whole day. I was the only assistant on staff that day, you see. Only one assistant? Yes, well, the studios aren't doing so well right now. And yesterday was only rehearsal for our action sequences. I see. Neat! In the morning, we went through the action sequences in the employee area. WP and Hammer were there, along with everyone else. If you don't want to say Will Powers all the time, just call him Will. Or Powers. Yes, that's the place. After eating lunch there, Mr. Hammer went to Studio 1. Then I saw WP go into his dressing room. But I didn't see either of them after that. Did you know that Mr. Powers was sleeping in his room? No, I wouldn't go in there unless I had some urgent message for him. I mean, it's his private, What kind of girl do you think I am? What? No, I'm sure you're a fine girl. Sorry. So much for getting a confirmation of Powers' alibi. What do we do, Nick? We haven't found anything. If WP was the only one who came to the studio, then he has to be the killer. They even have a photograph. Sorry, I know you're busy. Not really. Actually, there's been something bothering me. Aha! That's what I'm talking about. A clue. A lead! Well, I don't know about that, but that day, just afternoon, I sensed someone was here. You sensed? Yes, several times. Some other studio employees, maybe? No, I don't think so. The only thing we had scheduled was an action scene run-through. I was the only assistant here that day. I have a feeling it was someone from outside. Really? But wait, if someone had to come in here, would that security lady have noticed them? Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry I don't have any better information than that. No, thanks! That helps us a lot. Anything helps. Let's go put that security lady on the spot. So you sensed that someone other than the regular film crew was in the studio? Yes, I think. I think doesn't cut it in a witness testimony. Wow, real life advice from Phoenix. If someone else came into the studio, she must have seen them. Can someone tell me if in the 5th Ace Attorney game, you know, the Dual Destinies one, did the clicking and changing location actually get a bit better, that you don't have to click 3 times just to get to the main area so you can go to the other path? Just asking. What? You're still here? Really? You look as though you've seen a ghost. What? I saw that suspicious look on your face. I wanted to ask you again about yesterday. You came here at 1 PM, correct? And the estimated time of Hammer's death was 2:30. Are you sure that Powers was the only one to go through here between those times? Sure as can be. But we have a witness who thinks there was someone from outside here that day. What? Are you absolutely sure you were here watching the whole time? Ma'am? Who was it? Who told you that? Who dares question me? Alright, you'd better tell me quick, you spiky-haired Cranton. Someone's been complaining about the work I do, huh? We were just talking to the assistant at Studio One. Her? She's not even a full-time employee. All you youngins are like that nowadays, running your mouths like there was no tomorrow, saying that this and well, when I was young, we called the blah 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 blah. Oh, thank God she left. Well, Nick, this is our chance to do what we can without her looking over our shoulders. Ew. The computer that runs the studio security cameras. Nick, maybe we can see that photo of Powers with his computer. Yeah, maybe. Should I try the computer? No, I don't think. I think you should leave it alone. Let's give it a try. You know how to work these things, Nick? Well, as it turns out in the 3rd game, he says that he's not very good with technical stuff, but sure. There, entered. Hey, it printed out the data for that day. Let's see what we got. I need to drop something. I don't know if you heard that. Huh? How is this a picture of Will Powers? Well, he is the one who always wears that suit. I guess that's why the security lady thought it was him.
I don't imagine the detective was very happy with this photo as evidence.
Huh? Something's printed on the back. October 15th, 2 p.m. photo number 2?
What does that mean?
Maybe there's more photo data from that day?
Nope, that's the only one in the computer.
Hey Nick! Can't we use this photo as evidence for the trial? Of course we can. We acquired it illegally without any, permission to get it. We'll put that security lady in her place with this. Right, we'll put her in her place.
Hey, that's what I said!
Anyway, let's show her this photo and see what she says. Wait, let's not.
Why not?
It's never a good idea to reveal your hand to the enemy too soon. And yet you did it in the last case, you will do it in this case, and you will do it in the next case.
Nick, you're craftier than I gave you credit for. Why, you could be the next evil magistrate.
Why do I have to be the villain?
Relax, it was just a joke. Are we done for today?
I think this photo is what we needed for the trial. Still, it'd be better if we had some idea who the real killer was. Maybe it really is that security lady? Next time we get, I think, the first part of the trial. And boy, is it gonna be bad. See you next time!